Man, come on, man. Let's not play these games all damn day. Let me see. S- Same thing. Shit. Man. Slow ass, man. Jesus Christ. What's going on, y'all? Um, y'all see the title. Doing part two of Operation Spiderweb. This is Trump's opportunity to walk away. Donald J. Trump, President Trump, you need to walk. This is your opportunity to walk away if you didn't know about what happened in Ukraine. This is an outrageous act. It should be condemned. Stromer and NATO need to be on their own. Um, Donald Trump, I hope you didn't know about this. I really hope you, well, it's bad if you didn't know about it, but it is even worse if you know about it. Because right now, you just gave Russia further reason why they shouldn't trust the U.S. And your base, Donald Trump, your MAGA base voted against this, meaning, yeah, we wanted to stop the war in Ukraine. We wanted to stop the war in Ukraine. We didn't want to further escalate this. Unlike Biden and Kamala Harris, you, Donald Trump, campaigned on stopping the war in Ukraine. This is your chance to walk away. Now I know people will say MAGA is divided on, the war in Ukraine, and I would beg to differ. But uh, I think that this is your opportunity to walk away. And if you do know about this, then you made the wrong decision by attacking, by allowing Ukraine to send those drones into Russia and to allow them to basically mess up the peace negotiation. Now, you said that if you can't get the peace negotiation, that you will walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Because right now, by sending those drones into Russia, um, peace is pretty much off the table. Russia's not going to trust you. Russia shouldn't trust you after the Minsk 1 and 2 accords. When I say you, I'm talking about U.S., us. Yo, that's oh man, not a good move. Not a good move. And President Putin has greenlit the Orishnik missiles. Now, the Orishnik missiles, if you do not know, they go at the speed of like Mach 6. So they're really fast. It's like trying to stop. There's no counter offensive. Like if a person shoots a gun, like a 45 or a 9 mil or whatever type 32, it don't matter. There's no way to stop that bullet. Once that trigger pull, that bullet's fired. There's no counter offensive to stop that bullet. That's the Orishnik hypersonic missiles. Their only sole purpose is for offense only. There's no defensive hypersonic missiles. I hope I'm clear on that. Please press. Uh, if I'm not making myself clear, please don't hesitate to correct me because right now I'm upset right now, and I'm upset because I don't know if Atlanta is a target, a potential target for the Orishniks, and people say, "Oh, well, we're miles away." Well, Russia do have submarines with nuclear capability, and so yeah, it's a very uncomfortable feeling when other people are poking the bear, and I have not heard from Putin, and I have not heard from goddamn Trump. Hopefully, heads are rolling right now in the Trump administration. I can't worry about Putin now. Trump, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you right now because you have people in your administration wilding out. You had Lindsey Graham over there when the whole thing went down over in Ukraine. Trump, there are people who are not making very wise moves right now, and Lindsey Graham being one of them. Very decisive on your decision right now, and I hope the decision is to walk away from NATO. Walk away from NATO. They're beating the war drum, and they're beating the drum of a war that is going to cost many lives. And you're talking about not only that, you got hawks over there, just like you got hawks over here, ready to go to war, ready to fuck around and find out. Put us in a very fuck around and find out situation. And don't think America's going to be safe. Like I said, Russia has nuclear submarines just like we have nuclear submarines. Everybody's going to fuck around and find out what Fallout is really all about. And I happen to like my life. I like my life. I like my life. I like my kids, my family. I love my life. And I'd be damned if the one thing that could disrupt it is a goddamn nuclear missile coming from the sky. Jeez. I do like, I like my life. I like, I like my life. It's a simple life, but I like it. And I want to see, I got kids. I want to live to see and have grandkids. So, and it's funny because when Biden and Trump had that debate the first time, it's funny how things come around full circle. When Biden said, peep this right, peep this. When Biden said that he will go end the subsidies, in the gas subsidies, meaning the subsidies, the rate, basically what caused the gas prices to go up, Donald Trump looked like he saw a ghost. The second debate, when Donald Trump said, I will end the war in 24 hours, Biden looked like he saw a ghost. Even in his decline, when Biden said that, he's like, I don't know about that. When Trump was like, I will end the war in 24 hours. Now, we all knew that Trump wasn't going to end the war in 24 hours, but he was going to make an effort. Trump, this is your effort to walk away now. Walk away and end that shit that way, goddamn, because once you walk away, that'll end the war. Let me say that again. Once you cut off and walk away from Ukraine and walk away from NATO, that will end the war. It will only take Russia maybe 2 months to end that shit. But in order for fate to take its course, we have to walk away. We cannot continue funding this war. We cannot continue funding this war. And Lindsey Graham and whatever swamp creatures you got swallowing in the Senate, Donald Trump, don't cause them to take your presidency. Don't cause that, sir. Do not cause them to take your presidency. Do not cause them to take your Nobel Peace Prize. Do not cause them to take your Mount Rushmore. Listen to me, Trump. Listen to me. Listen to me. And I know that, YouTube is not going to put me in the algorithm because I'm not on the bandwagon of Ukraine. But somebody has to I got to put it out in the universe. I got to put that vibration, I got to put it out there, y'all. Donald Trump has to walk away. You got the opportunity. The window is open now. The window is open right now. It's open. Walk away. Walk away, Donald Trump. Hell, you got people like Barry Cunningham tripping out, freaking out. You got Benny Johnson freaking out. You got the people who normally don't do the foreign policies freaking out on this. Like, yo, what is going on? And you're talking about some hardcore Trump supporter, that being Benny Johnson, Barry Cunningham. Yo, sending those drones up in Russia was a suicide mission. A suicide mission. Y'all even see, I even put a thumbnail and I even put a time for the show because I'm like, yo, we got to get it right, man. We got to get this right, man. Trump got to get it right. We got it right. Trump, you got to get it right. Trump, you got to get it right, man. This deep state stuff, we got to put an end to this. We got to put an end to this, man, because this deep state stuff they're playing with fire right now. I don't know what Trump has been told. I don't know if man, Trump, do not make the wrong move, brother. Do not make the wrong move because you could cost us World War III right now. So, Donald Trump has to really clean house. He really has to clean house. And I haven't heard from Donald Trump. Nobody's heard from Donald Trump or Vladimir Putin. For all we know, I don't want to be funny, y'all. Donald Trump could be in a bunker right now, and Vladimir Putin could be in a bunker right now. Let me say that again. We haven't heard from Donald Trump, and we haven't heard from Vladimir Putin. For all we know, Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump are in bunkers, are in fallout shelters as of right now. And I'm going to goddamn stand by that until I hear from Vladimir Putin has greenlit the Oreshniks. He's greenlit, and he's greenlit goddamn nukes. And I have never heard from Vladimir Putin. I have not heard from Donald Trump. So until I hear from him, I'm going to assume Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin are in goddamn fallout shelters right now. I'm going to assume that right now. Hold on, man. Hold on. Because y'all are not, hold on. Who we got? Conspiracy Queen. Data key is the future of all. Nothing will be hidden. Will be exposed. Have you heard of the let's see, the move are being made and it will fall as it must. Yay, hopefully I'll be able to hug my children once more time. Yeah, Conspiracy Queen, you can hug your children right now. Right now I'm driving, so if I can make it home, I'll be able to hug my loved ones at some point, because I don't know. There's submarines going into place as we speak right now. And I don't know if Atlanta is a target. I'm working in Atlanta, but I live on the outskirts of Covington, Georgia. I don't know where those missiles are pointed. Those Iranian missiles are like we have to us right now. It's the name of conspiracy. Vladimir Putin, I won't even. Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump are in bunkers right now as we speak. They are both in some fallout shelters right now. We have to assume that until we hear from them. Am I crazy for saying that, Conspiracy Queen? Hey, Atlanta, huge brewski. Again, Conspiracy Queen, do we have to assume until we hear from Vladimir Putin or Donald Trump that they are in fallout shelters right now? Because we have not heard from neither one of them. Not. I don't know. Donald Trump has to do a press conference soon. Vladimir Putin made his statement. He's like, green light on the Oreshniks, which are the hypersonic missiles, and green light on the nukes. Sending those drones into Russia was the red line, and we hadn't heard nothing from Putin. So I'm assuming Putin said green light on the Orishniks, the hypersonic missiles, green light on the nukes, and I'm assuming he went into the fallout shelter. And the military's now in full operational mode to goddamn press them damn buttons. And I have not heard from Donald Trump. I'm assuming Donald Trump is in a fallout shelter right now. Because that's the way it's going to go down. That's the way it's going to go down. Donald Trump know that goddamn red line is crossed, so I would not doubt if he's in the fallout shelter right now. This is the assumption I have to make until I hear from Donald Trump. Until we hear from Donald Trump, we have to assume he's in a fallout shelter right now. Right now. And I haven't heard from, really, Putin just made a statement. We don't know if he's in a fallout shelter right now. I believe MS is though programming. What do you think? MS getting 86. No, Putin is not going to get 86. Putin's not going to get 86. Putin is Russia has a dead man switch, and that dead man switch is nukes flying everywhere. And you're not going to be able to stop those nukes. So anybody going to get 86 is going to be wherever those Orishnik missiles go, that's what's getting 86. And my concern is I hope Atlanta's not on that goddamn, on the tail end when whatever those Orishniks with nuclear capabilities, because those Orishniks do have nuclear capability. So again, I'm just hoping, I am hoping that we hear from goddamn Donald Trump. He's got to make a press conference. He's got to goddamn walk away. He's got to let Putin know that, hey, and the only way he's going to gain Russia's trust is he has to sacrifice goddamn Lindsey Graham. He has to have Lindsey Graham's head roll. He's going to have Marco Rubio's head roll. Trump is going to have some head rolls to gain Russia's trust, or else you can forget about peace. So Donald Trump, heads have to roll. You have to have heads roll in order for Russia to trust us, because those drones went on their property. Putin doesn't have to have heads roll. We have to have heads roll here in America. So heads have to roll. Heads are going to have to roll here. Relax. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Relax Talk Sports is here. Hold on. Let me see. Talking about facts. Yo, Relax and Talk Sports. Heads are going to have to roll, man, in order for us to be in good with Russia. So we have to goddamn put, figuratively speaking, of course, man, we have to have public firings. Lindsey Graham, we have to have we have to have an overhaul to show in good faith that we want peace talks. Other than that, Russia don't trust us right now. They do not trust us right now. They have grin lit, man. Relax and Talk Sports. I'm trying to tell you, bro, Ham, it's going down. It's going down, and I just hope your city and my city are not at the tail end of those Rushniks. What are Rushniks? Relax and Talk Sports. Rushniks are the fastest hypersonic missiles on the planet. Let's see what Relax and Talk Sports says. Warmonger Graham. Yeah, Graham has to be fired, man. Because the Russians don't trust us at this point. There are no more peace talks, man. The peace talks yesterday only lasted an hour. Relax and Talk Sport. What does that tell you? You're a brother, so I know you know what that means. The peace talks only lasted an hour. Only lasted an hour. So we already know, Relax and Talk Sports, that Ukraine don't want peace because they sent their drones into Russia. So we know the deal. We know what time it is. We know that Zelensky doesn't want peace. We already knew that, though. We already knew. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not fool ourselves. We know Zelensky didn't want peace. Y'all been watching this show for how long? Relax and Talk Sports. How long you been subscribed to this channel? How long you been subscribed to this channel? So we know Zelensky don't want peace. The deep state don't want peace. NATO don't want peace. Donald Trump walk away from NATO. Donald Trump walk away from NATO. Walk away. This is your opportunity. If you don't walk away from NATO, that will be the biggest mistake in your presidency. That will be the biggest mistake in his presidency. That will be the biggest mistake in his. I mean, damn, that would be the biggest mistake. Donald Trump, you not walking away. You got to do a press conference and you got to walk away from NATO. You got to walk away. You got to walk away. You got to walk away. You got to walk away and you got to have heads roll. You got to fire some people, Donald Trump. Other than that, Russia's not Russia's not trusting anything. They are gearing up. Like I said, those goddamn Oreshniks are in position. Those submarines are in position. You think you're gonna stop nukes? Oh, we stopped airplanes. You're not stopping those subs. Those subs are locked in position. They are locked in position. And so, yeah, they're locked in position. And those Oreshniks cannot be stopped. I had a person, y'all know I deal with some low vibration people or low IQ people. I had a person tell me, "Oh, well, we can have a Rushnik stop a Rushniks." I said, "No, it don't work that way. That's like having a gun, me having a gun, and you stopping the bullet that I shoot with your gun. That's. Are we clear on how Rushniks work? Talk to me, Sports. Talk to me, conspiracy thing. Do y'all understand how Rushniks work?" I'm just reading the chat. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Thanks for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the likes, man. I appreciate that. Cause oh man, because y'all know YouTube is down with the mainstream media, and they're down with, like I said, if I'm here to talk about Diddy or some nonsense, oh yeah, they would push my damn channel. But no, they don't want to talk about Russia. Oh shit. Let me talk about Russia and the truth of the matter of this whole situation. Oh, did he bust his damn axle? I hope not. I'm going this way though, because apparently he's having trouble going up that hill. He's having trouble going up that hill. Let's see. The bubbles. Yep. The Rushniks, man. The Rushniks cannot be stopped. Once they're fired, they're going to hit their target fast. Faster than you can blink. Damn. Damn. Who is the idiot that authorized those drones going up into Russia? Who did that? Please tell me Trump is not the idiot that did that shit. Please, Donald Trump. But again, Trump has not made a press conference, so I'm not going to call Trump an idiot. Not yet, anyway. But Trump, you got to do a press conference unless you hide in your bunker. If you're hiding in your bunker, we will know because you got to do a press conference, bro. I'm getting worried here. I'm getting a little worried. You need to do a press conference, Trump, and let us know what time it is. If you sent those goddamn drones, let us know. Just let us know. Just let us know. I sent the drones over to Putin because Putin's crazy. Just let us know. Just let us know, Donald Trump. Let us know so we can prepare. I mean, I don't have a fallout shelter, but hell, if if the missiles miss Atlanta, I can actually get with my goddamn militia who ride 3%, and we can prepare. And all the training that I've done, I could put in the, and then I can get my family ready, get my sons ready, get everybody ready, and get everybody ready for Mad Max land, because the cartels, once the missiles hit, they're going to flood. They're going to flood the border. They're going to invade us, and we're going to get in cartel land. So we need to prepare for that. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. I say worst case scenario because if we survive a nuclear fallout, the goddamn cartels are going to flood that border. They're going to come across that border, and it's going to be cartel land. It's going to be cartel land. So that's actually our worst threat. The cartels flooding over, a nuclear bomb hitting, and then the cartels invading us. That is going to be the problem. So yeah, Russia's not our threat. China's not our threat. It's the goddamn Mexican cartels, and who knows? Careful land. I think the same thing. Cartel land. I think the same thing. Yeah, it's going to be cartel land. If the goddamn missiles hit and we survive, it's going to be cartel land. Slow down. It's going to be cartel land. So Relax Talk Sports. That's what we're looking at. And hey, I just need to know. I just need to know. Where Trump stands on this war. I mean, does he want war to go down? And let us know. Do you want to try goddamn Russia? Let us know, Trump. That's the least you can do. You owe us that. You owe us that to know where you stand on this goddamn drones going up into Russia. You got to let us know where you stand on that. Prepare us. Prepare us. Because Russia's going to retaliate. Once the smoke clear, and the smoke is clearing up, just like Penny Boghossian of Wagner. He tried to do a coup d'etat on Vladimir Putin. The dust settled. They thought everything was cool. Penny Boghossian went on with his life, and next thing you know, he got shot down from the plane. The Russians don't forget. As Penny Boghossian, as Trotsky, as goddamn Molotov, ask them. The Russians don't forget. No, they don't. And you of all people, Trump, you know this. The Russians don't forget. They are not going to let that slide. They are not going to let that slide. And so Russia's waiting on Trump's response, just like I'm waiting on Trump's response. They're waiting because they're like, do we need to send some nukes over to USA? Oh, we already got nukes pointed. This is how Russia's thinking. We got nukes pointed at Germany. We got nukes pointed at England. We got nukes pointed at France because those are antagonizers. And you know what? We got a nuke. We got an extra nuke just for Kiev. So now, where does Donald Trump stand? Donald Trump, I would advise you walk away from NATO to get those nukes pointed off of us. But I don't think Russia trusts us at this point. I don't think Russia trusts us at this point. I think Russia is I don't think they trust us at this point. Not after the Minsk 1 and Minsk 2 accords, no. So yeah, Germany, your day's coming. Those nukes are pointed at Germany. They're pointed at Germany, England, and France. That's without a doubt. Those nukes are pointed there. They're done. NATO's done. Hopefully, they're not pointed at Hungary and Slovakia, because Hungary and Slovakia said, yo, we ain't with this. Even Poland was like, yo, they trying to back down and say, we ain't with this. But see, at this point, Russia's like, they don't know who to trust anymore because we do all the double talking. We do the talking out the side of our necks. So Russia don't trust us. Russia never trusted us since we were harboring damn Nazis in World War II. So, got to make the right move, Donald Trump. President Trump, you got to make the right move. Ah, got to make the right move. Got to make the right move, Donald Trump, because it's not, no. Right now, is sending those drones, and I don't know who sent those drones. It's better, to me, I'm going to say this. It's better if Trump didn't know. It's better if Trump didn't know. But it don't matter because Russia look at it like you knew. That's how Russia looks at it. Russia look like you knew about those goddamn drones, Trump. You knew about those Trump. You knew about those drones. That's the way Russia's looking at it. And so, in order for Russia to calm down on us, you got to have some heads roll. You got to have those heads roll. That being Lindsey Graham, that being you got to make an example, Trump. You got to take Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, who else? You got to make an example. You got to fire them on national TV. You got to do it. You got to fire them on national TV in order to calm down Vladimir Putin, Sergei Lavrov, Dmitry Medvedev. You got to have some heads roll here. You got to have some heads roll. You gotta make them pay for that. Whoever knew about those drones, you gotta make them pay. In order to calm Russia down, you got to make them pay. You gotta make them pay because it's we're at the worst time in our history when it comes. We're worse any Cold War situation because I lived through the Reagan era, and let me tell you, this is the worst. This is the worst. Sending those drones into Russia was the worst decision. The worst decision ever in human history. That was the worst. That was the most dumb operation. Operation Spiderweb is the most stupid, dumb operation ever. And I curse the people who authorized that. I curse the people who authorized that. May you burn in hell for that because you're risking all our lives. You're risking all our lives sending those drones up into Russia like that. Pounding your chest. Yeah, it was a good maneuver. No, it wasn't. It was the most dumb, stupid, idiotic move ever. And the Russians don't forget. And there's going to be consequences to that. It just is. There's going to be consequences. So, again, we need to have a press conference from Trump. Trump. Not from the press secretary. We need to hear from Trump. Because as of right now, you guys, Trump is in a bunker. Until he comes out and do a press conference and prove me wrong, Trump is in the goddamn fallout bunker right now. I'll be back on later, you guys. I'm waiting for press conference. Once I hear a press conference, I'm going to go live again, and then I'll be more calm. I'm not calm until I hear from a press conference from Donald Trump. And he's got to disembowel those goddamn drones. He's got to goddamn disembowel those drones. He's got to condemn those drones. If he doesn't condemn those drones, that means he's complicit with it, and that means you're about to get us into World War III. All right, y'all. I'm out. Shout out to Relaxatar Sports. Shout out to Conspiracy Queen. Shout out to whoever. Thank y'all for hitting the like. Again, I'm waiting for a press conference. Agreed. See you later. Yeah. I'm waiting for a press conference. Once there's a press conference, I will go live again. I'm waiting for a press conference. If y'all don't hear from Donald Trump, that means he's in a fallout shelter. He's in a fucking bunker right now. That's it. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he proves me wrong. Donald Trump, press conference, prove me wrong.